Hi, this is Little Dwarf playing games while rambling incoherently into a microphone. Why? Well, just because I can, and they continue with Vampire the Masquerade, Coteries of New York, Blind. Now, I'm here with Hope on a little escapade where she seemingly has me pretending to be her to a random people. Well, they are not random, they are random to me, but to people that she knows and, do some minor errands to her. I picked up a phone for her, and now she wants me to pretend to be Leaky Gut Syndrome, who's a whistleblower of some sorts, and contact someone in the press, presumably. Alright, friend, this time you are Leaky Gut Syndrome, whistleblower extraordinaire. Whenever a press sneakfuck wants a leak, you've got it. Got it? Sorry for putting you out there in my place, but I only personally contact people as a last resort. Gets harder to protect my identity each time I show my face. And since I've got you, our man is waiting for you in the back alley. He's paying back a favor with a flash drive containing crucial information we need to stay safe in this city. Retrieve it. I will circle the area, make sure that we aren't in danger right now. When you're done, get back here and I'll pick it up. Everything clear? Good. You exit the car and see it drive away in a hurry and head into the narrow passageway. Sure enough, there is a man waiting for you at the end of the back street, unshaven, wearing wrinkled clothes, with a nervous eye tick. He looks even dodgier than the last guy you met. When you approach, he gives you a mean look. You lost or something? I'm Leaky Gut Syndrome. You said you've got something that might interest me. Of course. Straight to the point, aren't you? Alright then. Clumsily, he produces an USB stick from the front shirt pocket and holds it before your face. When you reach to take it, he pulls his hand back and gives you a sly grin. Getting all of this data was risky, you know. Miss Montgomery is an unusually secretive person. Digging up dirt on her took more effort than I expected, effort that should be rewarded, I think. The more you ask about her, the more you expect a letter saying, "Give up your inquiries which are completely useless at your doorstep, perhaps attached to a severed cat head." Catch my drift? The secrecy surrounding her screams friends in high places, brave New World Order, Illuminati shit, you know? Makes me think I deserve some hazard pay. I guess starting walking away might work, because obviously he wants something at the very least. If I walk away and he gets nothing, but I kind of worry that he's not going to care, and I will have to stop and turn back, which would look infinitely more pathetic. So I think I'll try bluffing. I ran a background check on you. You're not just some random schmuck off the street. No way you didn't know what you were walking into when you took this job. And if you really didn't, I doubt you're the kind of journalist who would gather intel worth shit. You're bluffing the hell out of him, unsure if it's going to work. It does. The man spits on the ground angrily and raises his hands in surrender. Alright. I shouldn't have put you on the spot like that. My bad, okay? He extends the hand holding the flash drive towards you again, and you take it. Oh yeah, one more thing. Not really sure what this is about, but one of my informants claimed you might be interested in this. He reaches into the inner jacket pocket and presents you with something wholly unexpected. It's a bag of blood, simply labeled AB RH negative. You take a closer look, but it doesn't answer any of the questions that just appeared in your mind. You peek into the journalist's cold blue eyes and see them twitch uncontrollably. Don't ask me. They said you will know what to do with this, Leaky Gut. Come on, take it. Sure. Fine, I'll take it. You grab the bag. Anything else? Yeah, I don't think so. Thanks for your cooperation. Another eye twitch and awkward silence. You hide the blood bag under your clothes and leave the alley the way you came. Hope's car appears behind the corner just as you walk onto the street. It doesn't even fully stop when you approach, but slows down just enough so that you can jump in. The moment you close the door, she leans onto the gas pedal with all of her strength, causing the engine to roar. Her driving style definitely doesn't reflect how laid back she seems as a person. We've got it. You throw the flash drive on the seat next to her. Perfect. Any problems? How did the meeting go? You relate the entire encounter to her. Towards the end of the story, you notice she's not staring at the road or her phone, but directly at your face. The realization startles you. Bloody Mary and Adderall. You've got that bag of blood with you? You place it on the seat next to her. She peeks at the label. She looks at it again. Then she steps on the brakes. Fuck. I'm okay. She grabs both the bag and the flash drive you obtained and throws them out the window. Looks like her favorite method of taking care of problems. That bag was a message. AB negative used to be my blood type. It's one of the rarest, found in less than 1% of the United States population. Now actually AB negative is the universal donor, right? You can, if you have AB negative blood, you can no, wait, that's the other way around, of course. If you have AB negative, oh, that's not even true. If you have AB positive, you're the universal. What's the word? You can take blood from anyone. You can take any of the others, any of the other blood types, and the universal donor is O negative, of course. Glad you didn't drink it. Who knows what they've done to that bag? Some NYC vets can tell you wild stories about using irradiated blood to locate and kill other kindred. Seriously? Glad I didn't drink from him. Better safe than sorry, yeah. I wonder if they would have done anything to this blood, to his blood. That would be some kind of 5-dimensional chess move. But yeah, this contact is compromised and needs to be cut off. Goodbye, my journalist frenemy, and goodbye, dear Lucky Gut Syndrome. You've both outlived your usefulness. After a brief period of hesitation, she deletes the whistleblower extraordinaire accounts and sighs. Another one bites the dust. Wealth haver. I've got a story to finish. I was talking about Bitcoin, and then where did I stop? At Constellation. You wanted to become a constellation, which I guess is like a star, but multiplied. Becoming a constellation. Alright. You know who saw the real face of the city? Anna Delavey. Ever heard of her? A Russian working class girl, born as Anna Sorokin. She moved to New York in 2013 and convinced everyone that she was this insanely rich trust fund kid, a wealthy German heiress. German, of course, not German. My mind isn't really like working. I'm kind of pretty tired this weekend, so sometimes I read English words as I would read them if they were Polish, kind of. Like, because obviously English is not my first language. I usually have a decent enough grasp on it, but sometimes my mind kind of turns off. And obviously my first language being Polish, I sometimes read, when I'm really tired or really don't think about it, I sometimes read things as I would if they were Polish words. With, for example, chi in Polish, you would just read as g, so German would be German. Manhattan elites totally fell for it, and they bought it for years while she swindled them. She only got arrested in 2017 after having stolen almost $300,000. Sorokin created her Delavay persona out of thin air, convinced everyone that she was going to set up an art fund, and kept tasting all of the life's finest pleasures while being basically broke. Is that true? Like, I need to look it up actually, because like it seems like something that's pretty specific, and as such, it seems it would be weird if they, basically, if they, what's the word, created this whole story out of thin air with names, surnames, and dates and all that. But it seems very implausible. I will look it up, and if I find anything, I will put links in the description, because I'm curious myself at this point. She even made up a fake family financial advisor, then killed him off when he became a liability, and apparently most of her rich victims never admitted to being scammed out of shame. By now you're sure, the way she scrutinizes her surroundings, her reckless driving, she's trying to escape somebody. Now Delavay's locked up with the murderers in Rikers, writing her memoirs, apparently picking a lot of fights. Bless her heart, she'll forever be an inspiration. But I have more advantages than she ever did. I have my own considerable funds, and I can rely on many more made-up people than just some old-ass financial advisor. A whole bunch of fake content creators and influencers that every rich dumbass wants to get in touch with and collaborate makes it super easy to make more money than I invest. As you have seen firsthand, both as the deceiver and the deceived, it's a city of illusions. Make non-existent money, come up with fictional status, play nonsensical Camarilla games. And one day you might just end up finding yourself at the top. Alright, we're reaching our last stop. You look around, you're coming up on a parking garage. Devil Woman Doctor. You're going to take the elevator to the 18th floor. Give the masked man you meet in the front of the door this memory card. It contains an art house movie I've made. And by art house movie, you mean snuff or a vampire movie? By art house, you mean a vampire movie? Yes, a movie you've seen me rehearse in my haven. You didn't think I was doing that just for show, did you? I found some filthy rich Manhattan pervs who will pay a fortune for convincing vampire cam show. I don't need money, but their IT connections gave me an idea. When we give them this memory card, we will gain access to the tech that would allow us to take on my biggest enemy in the city. So your nickname this time is going to be Crash. Oh. I doubt it's going to be my nickname. It's probably just what happened. What with her reckless driving, you are momentarily dazed and can't immediately understand what happened. The first thing you know for sure is you are still a normal human being. If you were still a normal human being, you would be dead for sure. You replay the last few seconds in your head. The other car appeared out of nowhere and crashed into Hope's vehicle at maximum speed it was able to achieve in this closed-off space. The driver has already managed to kick open the mangled door next to him and stumble out of his seat. Now he wordlessly approaches the trunk and takes a large caliber silenced pistol out of it. He starts approaching the lavender wreck of Hope's car, obviously ready to finish the job that he started. You have to be fast and violent. It's you or him now. Yes, let's use celerity. Your instincts take over. The world stops moving just as you start running. He can see you, of course, but not as a well-defined shape. It's a blur, and and its speed is faster than his aim. It gets closer to him, he's scared. It's next to him, he's terrified. A series of superhumanly swift punches ruptures his body in all sorts of horrifying ways. His world briefly turns into an ocean of agony and then disappears forever. You stand above the gunman's body, trying to calm yourself and your killer instincts. That's when you hear her voice. Same, but unironically. Hope slithers out of a car and sees you standing over your assailant. You did pretty good. She approaches the body of the driver you killed and kicks it so that she can take a better look at it. Upon seeing the front of the corpse, she lets out an annoyed grunt. I knew it would be this asshole. He's been following us all day, and I know just who he belongs to. Even before she's done talking, she's already trying to reach someone through a video call. Eventually, she succeeds. You see a nonchalant woman in business casual on her smartphone screen. Kara Montgomery, how can I help you? Kara. Hope, didn't expect you to ever reach me through this channel. Have you thought things through? Did something happen? Wait, I'm pretty sure Hope mentioned the name Kara before in one of her rants, but I didn't know its significance at the time. Did something happen? Your fucking ghoul just tried to kill me, you crazy bitch. That's what fucking happened. Calm yourself, for Christ's sakes. This is a baseless accusation. I know he's from Double Spiral. He's been working for your motherfucking company. Come on, you know I can't be held responsible for the independent actions of my subordinates. Why don't we just meet and talk it over? Hope disconnects the call and instantly blocks Kara from contacting her. You corporate shithead, you make me sick. Tired, she turns her gaze to the dead ghoul. Hola, black woman. Hola, back woman. Okay. I'll dispose of him. Help me put him in my car. 30 seconds later, his body is laying on the back seat of the lavender-colored wreck. Is the car even working still? Okay, good. You take a good scene at the look of the carnage in front of you. Every second we're here gets us closer to a serious Masquerade violation. I'll have to exchange my Palme d'Or-worthy masterpiece for the goods some other time. She's talking about the movie, right? I have no idea what this is a reference to. The Palme d'Or-worthy masterpiece. She gets behind the wheel and you follow her inside the car. Well, apparently the car does still work. Meet me in my haven when I tell you it's safe. For now, I need to dump this asshole somewhere, get my car fixed, and plan our counterattack. You guide Hope to your own haven. She drops you off. Before she leaves, she makes what's about to come perfectly clear. If we want to survive in this city, Kara Montgomery needs to die. She disappears into traffic, and you disappear into your place. Okay, I need to rest, so let's do it. A piece of paper is sticking out of your mailbox. It's a computer printout, a note and a screenshot from Google Maps. It reads, "Meet me at the indicated spot tomorrow at 10 p.m. I'll pick you up and we'll take it from there." No signature. The place marked on the map is the lookout point near Pier 1, just next to the Brooklyn Bridge. You check the phone that Mia passed on to you. No new messages, no missed calls. It's all a bit fishy, but there's only one way to find out who addressed this to you. Looks like tomorrow evening has been planned out for you. You go downstairs as soon as you wake up. One more glance at the phone, but no news from Mia. You take the car down to Brooklyn, park on the front street, and approach the meeting spot cautiously. A figure about Mia's size is standing there, dressed in an oversized jacket and looking out towards Manhattan. As you approach, you can hear her muttering something. It is true, but I don't think it true. If I do not think it true, then it cannot be true. And if it cannot be true, then I think she kind of looks different. Is that you? Hey Mia, is that you? The woman turns around. It's not Mia. Whoever it is, you have never seen her before. She looks perfectly plain and unmemorable. It is not her. It is you. You are me and I am you. And we are her. And we are here. Okay, that sounds like some pretty contrived bullshit. You turn around. 3 men, all of them burly and threatening, approach you. One of them takes the lead. So, you got the message. I did. What now? Now you will come with us. The boss wants to meet you. Well, the only one referred to as the boss with the name itself, I believe, was Callahan. But my train of thought is, if I am meeting with Callahan but mention Torque's name, then it might end badly for me, because I have been informed that there's some bad blood between Callahan and Torque. But then again, I guess the other way around might also be true. Is it Callahan then? Let's try it. Callahan? That's Boss Callahan to you, fuckface. I suggest that you get a move on. We've got places to be. The voice of the woman keeps creeping into your consciousness, the litany of gibberish ever present throughout the entire conversation. The man cracks his knuckles. Or we can do it the hard way. I guess I can always escape later. At least I'm pretty sure, using celerity. Let's see what he has to say. Yeah, okay, I'll go with you. Smart. They lead you down the pier and onto a motorboat. The engine starts. Put this on. He points to a cloth sack. One of the guys is holding you down. The woman is still there, whispering to herself. Somehow, you hear her voice clearly in your head. It becomes a nagging suggestion to put the sack over your head. You don't really want to do it, but your hands go through the motion all the same. It takes 15 or so minutes to reach your destination, or so you think. The engine dies down, and you are led on shore and then further, up an incline and through some overgrowth. 10 more minutes of walking, maybe, until a deep voice reaches your ears. Vincent, my dear boy. Why the hood over our guest's face? Well, boss, I thought. No. This will not do. How many times do I have to repeat myself, Vincent? You don't have to think. You have to listen and do what you're told, yes? Yes, boss. Well, take that ridiculous sack off their head, will you? The hood comes off. The owner of the deep voice is a curious sight. Dressed in what can only be described as Victorian clothing, with a monocle and graying red hair. Is that Callahan? Apologies for Vincent's unacceptable behavior. He can be a little thick sometimes. Isn't that right, Vincent? Yes, boss. Sometimes. A little. I believe you already know who I am. Your boss, Callahan. Right you are. And I'm guessing you know my role in the city. I represent the Anarch movement, while I am not quite sure what you represent. I have invited you here to find out. Now let me make yourself perfectly clear. I am disappointed in you, truly disappointed, but I have arranged this meeting to allow you to make amends. First though, I have to make sure you understand what your infraction was. So, do you know why you're here? Well, to be honest, I feel like it's bad to answer for him, because if I answer wrong, then like if he doesn't really, maybe he's just trying to sort of what's the word, trick me into telling him more than he already knows, by pretending he already does know it anyway. So I feel like you're dying to tell me. Don't get smart with me. He takes your fairy face in his hand while Vince holds you in tight grip. He squeezes hard and looks you deep in the eyes. Torque is the reason you're here. Or that little angry stumpet of his, I'm told. Mia. Oh, how I love to get my hands on her gaunt neck and wring it until it breaks. But see, I am a statesman, and that's not the prudent thing to do. No, indeed. The prudent thing is to tolerate both her and that blasted ebony-skinned mentor of hers. You folks call it Afro-American, correct? Back in my day, we knew what being American meant, and it sure as hell didn't mean being black. Oh, wait, I am technically black, right? Like, I kind of forget about it from time to time, because obviously I, as a player, am white. But my character is black, so that's why, and, well, I guess that's why I have the option to make him take it back. Although, maybe that's because I'm, even if I was a white character, I could still be disgusted at his vaguely racist remarks. But I don't feel like I'm in a position to try and be kind of antagonizing towards him. So I think I will just go with this. Please, just let me go. Oh, I will, but not yet. I will request something from you, and you will obey me to the letter, but that comes later. First, you will answer a few questions. The first of which is, who pointed you to Mia? I wonder if I can get away with lying to him. Like, I kind of doubt it, but I at least should try. Nobody, I was just looking to join the Anarchs. It was my idea. Oh, really? And what was your intention behind the meeting? I guess he already knows that I wanted to contact Torque, so there's no harm in agreeing to admitting to that. I can still pretend, I think, that I wanted to meet Torque in the first place to join the Anarchs, but then again, isn't he the official leader of the Anarchs? So if I wanted to join them, shouldn't I want to join to talk with him? I guess I needed her help with something. Oh, come on, you'll have to be more specific than that. I need to know exactly what it is that you discussed. I wanted her to explain the Anarchs to me. I wanted to learn more about the Anarchs, so I asked her about the movement. Oh child, you should have come to me then. I am the Anarch movement in New York City, and nobody makes a secret out of it. You bet on the wrong horse, as I'm sure you will soon learn. See, that wasn't hard now, was it? Of course, I can't be sure of how much what you told me was true, and how much of it is worth. About as much as yesterday's horseshit. But I'll find out. I always do. And when I do, we'll have another one of those nice talks, and maybe, just maybe, you will avoid this upcoming unpleasant episode next time. He gives Vince a sign, and then a burly man starts hitting you all over. You feel teeth, ribs, and fingers break. Your foot is mangled under Vince's boot. Your shoulder dislocated, your nose wrecked. That's enough, Vincent. Leave them be. He snaps his fingers in front of your face a few times and checks if you can focus on his face. You can, but only barely. I am a man of principle. Another night, I perhaps would put you in a casket, dip it in concrete and dump you in the Hudson, a favorite of mine during the roaring 20s. Ah, it's been a while. But like I mentioned before, I am nothing if not prudent, and the interest of this city's kindred must come before my own needs and wants. Therefore, I will let you continue your existence. Here is what I require in return from this boon. You are forbidden to meet Torque. I will keep an eye out on you and on him. If you want a place with the Anarchs, you go through me and only me, got it? You have to understand, what I made my associates do tonight was just business. We can still work out a mutually beneficial relationship. In fact, it's either that or your final death. Time to go, Vincent. Take the boat back. Leave the fledgling here. I think they have a lot to think about. Sure thing, boss. Pleasure making your acquaintance. Callahan walks away, as do Vince and the band of thugs. You lie on the ground for a while longer, feeling the blood slowly putting your body back together and your hunger growing. You can hear the beast calling for sustenance and safety, for revenge, a distant but pronounced third desire. It's not until you mend yourself enough to appear more as a mugging victim than an impossibly mangled walking cadaver that you hail a passing taxi and head back to your haven. The whole way there you are tempted by the beast. Your driver, a 30-something with a strong Slavic accent and an unpronounceable name on his ID, keeps asking if he should drive you to the hospital. You keep declining, all the while thinking that if only you ask him to pull over for 5 minutes, you could feast on his warm blood to the beast's content, drink him whole. Nobody would know. Nobody but his wife and kids, if he has them. Nobody but his boss and his co-workers. Nobody but you as you look in the mirror tomorrow. Keeping your hunger at bay was never before as difficult as tonight. The driver stops at your apartment building. There is nobody around. You can do it. Do it. Now. Now. Well, of course, I would like to feed from him, but the game has made it quite clear that if I do, I am going to kill him, so of course I would like to resist that. You pay the driver and walk out fast. Leave the car behind. Don't look back. Look back, walk back, and feed. No, through the door, up the stairs. Hear a key in the lock, open the apartment. Lock yourself in. The familiar four walls of your haven are a blessing. The beast inside you keeps nagging, but you kept it at bay tonight. Not a small feat, given your state. You are still weak. You're still not quite mended. You need to rest. Tomorrow you will have to feed again. Tomorrow you will have to consider your next move. Callahan is not the kind of man who quits, but tonight you can rest. Okay, so apparently, yeah. Waking up tonight feels different for two reasons. For one, you are pleasantly surprised that your body mended reasonably well while you were resting. It comes with a caveat though. The hunger you feel is pronounced, the beast like a black dog at the edge of your vision, following you. But what is truly remarkable is waking up to a tune of an old cell phone ringtone. An unknown number is calling the phone you got from Mia. You pick up. Kept that old thing's charge after all, huh? You alright? I do feel like shit. No, actually I feel like shit. Look, that's too bad, but I don't really care. I was just being polite. I'm calling with good news. Torque has agreed to meet you. There is a pub in the Bronx, Solid and Stripes. But be there tonight, but two things. No drinking on the premises, so if you want to grab a snack, do it before setting foot in the borough. And this is an exclusively no-powers meeting. We'll be rubbing shoulders with commoners the whole evening, and also we don't trust you, so keep it casual or you'll blow out. I mean, you'll blow it. Anything you would like to add? Well, to be honest, Callahan forbade me from meeting Torque, and I don't care about any of this. Like, I'm not sure if it's a problem with the story, or if it's meant to be like this, but I don't care about Sophie enough to really want to endanger myself for her. I don't care enough about the Camarilla to stay loyal to them, but I also don't care enough for the division in the Anarch movement between Torque and Callahan to really dedicate myself to one of those sides. And to be honest, for now, what I care about the most is not getting killed by Callahan, so Callahan forbade me from meeting Torque. I met Callahan yesterday. He kicked my ass and forbid me from meeting Torque. I am not sure I should be there tonight. Silence on the line. Fuck. More silence. I can't promise you any protection on your way there and back, but at the pub you will be in Torque's domain. For all of his posturing, Callahan doesn't have the balls to strike at Torque directly. We'll post additional lookouts on watch. That's the best I can do. If Callahan got under your skin, I get it. I was in that spot once or twice too. All I've got to say is that the risk is worth it. If you don't show up tonight, I won't blame you, but it's a one-time offer only. You gotta hedge your bets. You just don't do anything stupid. You meet with us tonight, it better be in good faith. She ends the call. First things first. First, you take a sub to York Street Station, walk to Front Street, retrieve your car, and weigh your options while driving back to your haven. Well, I should feed, that's for sure. You've been doing this for a few nights. You're getting a feel for it. You're learning what kind of predator you are and what kind of blood you crave. You're so caught up in yesterday's problem and this cloak and dagger debacle you're now a part of that the hunt feels almost automatic and casual tonight. A fragment of you surrenders control. Just minutes after you find your next victim, coax them and drink from them, you find you've forgotten their face and how they were dressed. It only hits you when you look at yourself in the car's rearview mirror. This was wrong. You can't let this become the norm. You hurt somebody, a human being. You're a monster. You need to stay mindful of this. You are a monster, but unless you let yourself off the hook, you can hold on to your humanity and not let yourself slide down this spiral. Instead of clearing your mind, this clouded it further. You are still no closer to a decision. To be honest, I think I'm going to just tell Sophie I can't meet with Torque. I doubt she's going to kill me over it. As I said, she vouched for me. It has been only like a week or something. If she vouched for my life and then killed me herself a week later, she would look insane. Like, come on. It feels hopeless. Callahan knows you'll be seeking Torque out. Somebody left that note at your apartment, so they know where you spend your days. It's all too risky. Sophie will have to come up with another plan, or just do it her own themselves. You stop at her haven, not looking forward to the conversation you're about to have. Sophie is not home when you arrive. You wait for her impatiently, all the while considering whether this is the best course of action. When she does come, a good hour after you arrived, she's all smiles and warmth. How is your task going? You have something for me, perhaps? Things got complicated. I don't want to meet with Torque. The warm atmosphere immediately grows colder, as does Sophie's demeanor. I thought I made a clear request of you. What do you mean you don't want to meet him? I almost died yesterday. Callahan's thugs grabbed me and beat me within the inch of my life, or unlife, or whatever. I almost died. If I meet with Torque, they will finish the job. Oh. Something like pity appears in her eyes for just a moment. She looks at you, disappointed and sad. Then her features sharpen. I understand your concern. Nevertheless, I would ask you to continue, even if it is risky. You don't really care about me, do you? Well, that much pretty much was clear. You know, all of the kindred power structures, all of their relationships, they are not based around concern. They are based around maintaining your own power. And I imagine when she took me in, she did it specifically maybe just or maybe mostly because of the utility I could provide for her. I'll do it if you protect me. The only way I'm doing this if you offer me some protection. I do protect you every night. My reputation in the city allowed me to save you from the prince's decree, and it continues to keep you safe. This is how you repay me? You do not understand how much depends on you making contact with Torque, and how important it is that I don't do it in person. It brings me no joy to remind you, but I still hold the right of destruction over you. If I have to call on it to do my bidding, I will. You can't be serious. Are you really threatening me with death over this? Come on, you can't be serious. Are you really threatening me with final death over this? It shows that you really do not grasp how important your task is. Suddenly, Sophie's demeanor changes entirely. Although her features do not shift, she is now a source of fear for you. She is grim, determined, and seems utterly impossible to negotiate with. You will leave now and go back to the task at hand. You will not return until you have set up the meeting. Do I make myself clear? Well, I guess I have to do it. Like, she has the power to kill me. I imagine she has the power to kill me personally if she wanted to, but she has the power to kill me legally, as it were. You know, she can declare the right of destruction, and then I imagine the whole court is going to turn against me and basically hunt me down and kill me. So, sure. Yes. Good. And do it quickly. Time is running out. If it does, you will be of no more use to me. The final threat hits hard. You take your leave quickly, eager to get away from Sophie's terrifying presence. You relax a bit in the car, but you are still certain that you must obey her. It's that or your life. Well, I feel like this is a decent place to pause. So, yeah, let's do it. That's all for this one, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.